I'm telling you, bro. I can rap any animal. Give me prep time. Call me Batman.
Yeah, and as you can see in the videos, they're making their own weapons. So you can't use invented weapons that have been crafted by someone else. You have to make your own resources.
I got these fists, boy. Well, guys, welcome back to another Unorthodox Reactions. We're back again with another reaction. This time we are reacting to.
TierZoo, are humans OP?
Oh, yeah, that was pretty good. I like
without
that.
further
I like
ado.
that. I like that. Yeah, sir. Let's get into it.
Alright, let's get it.
Oh, 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 oh.
No. Wait, I feel like.
This episode was sponsored by
Okay, now we
Skillshare.
got it. We got it.
I saw it. Don't worry. I saw it. He just said what? Not
Human
OP.
beings. Are they as overpowered as the game's community would lead you to believe?
I don't
Short
know.
answer, yeah. They're the most meta-defining build of all time, and the undisputed top build in the current expansion. But believe it or not, this wasn't always the case. Humans used to get bodied left and right on a daily basis by other players. And it took a pretty long time before the player base learned how to actually make use of the human build's unique abilities. The story of the humans' rise to dominance is a really interesting one. And so today, we're going to do an in-depth look at the humans' abilities, their strengths, and their weaknesses. Because yes, they do have weaknesses. We'll also go over notable matchups, and finally look at the steps human players took in order to reach their dominant status.
Yeah, I feel like high IQ and intelligence really kind of
Helps us.
yeah, but I think mainly it's just like technology and development.
Yeah,
and that kinda
100%.
just
Because the animals haven't got that, have they?
well, yeah, they can't because
Yeah, because they're dumb.
they're not that smart.
First, their unique abilities. I touched on this topic in my video about primates, but I'll recap here and also go into more detail. First off the bat, we have their ability to throw things. Other builds can throw things, but humans can do so harder, faster, and further than anyone else.
Oh, word.
The reason for this is their body structure. Bipedal builds are tough to balance, both in the game development sense
thought he
and the
was
center of
moonwalking.
mass sense. Throwing an item with any real force behind it requires serious balance, achieved only by having shorter arms and longer legs. This is why humans can launch projectiles at deadly speeds, whereas other primates kind of just lob things without putting much effort into it. If they tried to, they would knock themselves over. Even if chimpanzees could figure out how to craft a spear, there's no way they could throw it hard enough to deal any significant damage. Next, their stamina regeneration. Humans can chase down anything. If you
No,
try
you
to run
can't.
from a human, you might outspeed them initially,
Yeah,
but you'll
yeah.
run out of stamina much sooner than they will.
Yeah, no, no.
Catch up.
That's true, because all the animals that are really fast, they don't have great
Yeah,
stamina.
but then like they're rapid though. By the time like we catch up to them, they could have been gone. We can't. There's no way we can catch up in terms of
If we
endurance.
put our best endurance,
I feel like in
athletes
terms of
there,
endurance and like tracking ability, then yeah, we're relentless.
yeah,
But
like
in terms
marathon
of like
runners.
straight up chasing an animal,
I mean,
like yeah, no, we can't. We're not catching them.
debatable.
To you while you're in your weakened state. This is partially because of their superior balance again.
But isn't that what like animals like tigers and coyotes and hyenas?
I always thought it was coyotes.
I don't know. I just kind of threw the name out there.
Okay, coyotes. Coyotes. We'll stick with what you said.
Coyotes.
No, you said coyotes.
No,
We'll stick with-
coyotes.
No, we stick with coyotes.
Coyotes.
Mostly, it's because of the human build's unique choice to not spec into fur. This gives them access to the extremely broken ability Sweat. Every other current build that's decent at distance running recharges stamina by using the move Pant. This works great, but it does require the user to stop running. Sweat, on the other hand, works better while moving, massively extending the distance a human player can run. They've got a few other important abilities that are essential to their kit, but aren't unique to humans. Their ability to speak is unique among mammals, but some birds can pull it off too. In humans, the ability to speak allows them to use one of their signature moves, Teach, which drastically boosts skill point gain, mitigating the main penalty a player receives upon getting a game over.
Oh yeah, that
Humans
is
and birds
true.
also share another unique trait, which is being able to stand upright. Standing upright is extremely useful for dealing with stealth builds that might normally be using tall grass to hide. Tool use also might be thought of as a human-exclusive
mate?
move, and it certainly is the most effective in humans. But it turns out a pretty wide array of other builds can also do it. Birds, primates, cephalopods, and even fish can use tools on occasion. But sweating and throwing, uniquely human. Now onto their weaknesses. And yes, it's true that currently most human players can subvert these with their crafting skill.
Is that
But it's
so?
important to recognize that without equipment, the human build isn't necessarily unstoppable. The decision to not have fur granted humans a massive buff to mobility at the cost of stealth.
Yeah, and
In the mammal
freaking.
faction, fur
Because then we get code easier as well, and we don't retain code as well. I mean, we don't retain heat as much.
is a prerequisite to all of the major stealth abilities like camouflage, and lack of stealth abilities means getting in close on their targets is a serious challenge. The human build's lack of fur also means they have very low defense, both from physical attacks and from environmental effects. Bare skin offers almost zero armor, to the point where even players from lower weight classes have no trouble dealing damage to humans.
True.
And bare skin also takes quite a bit of damage from the sun too. Humans are also pretty limited when it comes to the power stat. Physically, they're the weakest of the great apes, and don't really have any good options for dealing damage. They lack the classic high damage bite attack that nearly every other non-herbivorous build relies on, instead having to resort to blunt attacks like punch and kick, which we all know aren't very effective against builds that have thick fur or skin. The last major weakness I can see is that they're pretty bad at dealing with stealth. The lack of night vision means darkness can really hamper their ability to locate targets.
Goggles.
And their lack of a strong sense of smell means camouflage is especially useful against them. Okay, now let's talk about matchups. Obviously, a key feature of the human build is being able to craft equipment.
Honestly, which animals do you
I'm
think?
rapping all of them. Sorry.
I don't even know why I asked you. What are you gonna say?
No, go ahead.
No,
Given basic equipment like
Which animal do I think?
that humans have a distinct advantage on.
Cows.
Okay, I see that. Okay.
Pigs.
So animals that eat grass, that don't eat meat.
Pigs don't eat grass.
I don't think they eat meat. Well, actually, pigs eat anything.
Pigs are disgusting.
Yeah.
like low-level armor and hunting gear. The human's best matchup is going to be medium-large mammals. Unlike blunt damage, piercing damage is quite effective versus builds with thick hide, but on defense they're actually pretty awful. A human's only option on defense against a large mammal is
Why are you
intimidation,
still standing
unless
there?
they've got some crazy high-level equipment, but I'll make a video on power creep later. The classic human equipment cannot stop a charging tank main unless the intimidate attempt works. But overall, this matchup is one of the reasons humans became top tier. Hardly any builds have favorable matchups against tanks. But that's not to say humans don't have their counters though. As I said before, stealth can be really effective against them due to their lack of a keen sense of smell and night vision. Humans have the ability to win pretty much any fight as long as they've got time to prepare, but taken by surprise.
I'm telling you, bro, I can rap any animal. Give me prep time. Call me Batman.
Yeah, and as you can see in the videos, they're making their own weapons. So you can't use invented weapons that have been crafted by someone else. You have to make your own resources.
I got these fists, boy. Say hello.
Set it up. Set it up. Set it up. The boxing match of
I
the
got these
ages.
fists, boys.
Humans have a lot fewer options. Another thing humans have trouble dealing with is flight. Even when a human has a ranged weapon, players with high aerial mobility are pretty safe during flight. Now, as far as I know, there aren't any bird builds powerful enough to one-shot humans, which is important because blunt attacks like punches are actually quite effective against birds. Birds have hollow bones that are resistant to tension and torsion, but not compression. This is the opposite of mammal bones, which are resistant to compression and tension, but not torsion. The point is, birds aren't the best choice against humans, but flight has been unlocked by 4 different classes in the game.
Oh.
Birds, which we just discussed, aren't a good choice. Bats, which do even less damage than birds. Reptiles, which unfortunately had their aerial builds banned.
Oh, speaking of, apparently someone let us know in the comments of the dinosaur videos that
Yeah, that he's got another
the
video.
pterodactyl that's the flying bird I was trying to remember, by the way. And someone let us know that he didn't put them in the tier list for dinosaurs because they're technically not dinosaurs.
Yeah.
I think they were reptiles, as I said, so that's why he didn't put them in.
But and I think he has a different video for them as well.
Yeah,
Someone said we should check that out, so we will check that out.
Thank you all for the knowledge in the
Exactly.
comments.
Keep commenting. We will watch your or read your comments. That's it.
Just bow out.
Not habla English.
Tap out.
Not habla English.
and in patch 1.3.1, and insects. Flying eusocial insects have by far the best matchup versus humans in the entire game. Humans have 0 counterplay against a swarm of stinging insects.
Yeah,
I mean,
facts.
sure, there are special items that they can use to combat swarms if they're prepared, but the amount of human mains who've chosen that as one of their prestige abilities is pretty small. Humans' lack of fur means they have no innate defense against stings. Stings also have the chance to proc the anaphylaxis debuff, which can actually lead to a game over. And it's for this reason that the high score for human eliminations belongs to the Africanized honeybee, known better by its community-given name, the killer bee. And even if the stings don't proc the allergic reaction effect, they will still definitely achieve their primary goal of dropping their resolve to 0 and granting you control over the territory. And we can see that lately the viability of killer bees has only been growing now that they've expanded their territory outside of Africa.
Dang.
Which brings me to my main point. Are humans overpowered?
No.
Well, just like the Africanized honeybee, humans really only became OP once they escaped the African server and invaded other areas. Notice how...
Actually, I should specify.
Oh my god.
Yeah, but yeah, I should specify. Humans, in my opinion, humans aren't overpowered when we don't have our equipment and technology. If it's just humans trying to survive in the wild on their own, then yeah, and like pretty much most things would just wrap humans. But if they had the inventions and technology that we obviously have been working through throughout the whole years, I think humans are pretty much close to being overpowered.
Bro, this is tough.
Tank, yeah, but friggin' walking tank.
Flip?
humans took down megafauna across every terrestrial server except Africa. The African tank mains have the matchup experience and counterplay options to deal with the vast array of skills humans have access to.
Goodbye.
But the rest of the community was totally unprepared to deal with the rapid invasion of new human mains invading their competitive scene. In other words, the devs could have prevented the massive destabilization of the current meta if they'd region-locked humans. Staying competitive in the meta requires a good player constantly be leveling up their skills. There's no better example of this than the rapid rise to dominance that humans experienced. If you'd like to level up your own skills and unlock new ones, I highly recommend Skillshare. Skillshare is an online learning community.
Need to listen to the Skillshare if we weren't gonna let him like.
That's
No. You don't cut me off. You're done cutting me off.
I told
man.
you, stop. No erratic movements, man. What's wrong with you?
Don't shout. Alright guys, thank you for checking in with us again. This has been
This guy thinks he's on the radio or something.
Alright guys, this has been another Unorthodox reaction.
Cold.
I can't do it like this. Let me do it back to
Then step back. God.
Alright guys, it's been another Unorthodox reaction. If you're still watching with us, we appreciate you.
Cool.
If you're no longer watching with us, we still appreciate you.
Of course.
Make sure you carry on looking after yourself and take care of your blessed ones.
Like, comment, subscribe, notification bell, and comment reaction suggestions below. And we'll see you in the next one in a bit.